Welcome, everybody. This is episode number 4 of Doctor's Orders, featuring the doctor of the company known as Dr. Nick's Amazing Man Stuff. Nick, how you doing?
What's up, guys? I'm an 11. That's where I'm at today. 1 out of 10, easy 11.
Awesome. And I don't know if it's pegging up over there, but we got a little bit of the robot coming in again, the robot Mike eating us up. But guys, this is wild to me that this is episode 4 right now, and what we've been able to accomplish, what we've been able to do with this. And we do have a big day today, everybody. We have a couple of giveaways and a huge announcement of our brand new beard butter that has been in the works for a long time now. So if you're in the chat, drop a comment, say hello. Looks like most of you have already, but go ahead and hit that thumbs up. We're going to be able to answer all your questions today. We're going to give you all the information we think that you need to know, and I will throw a link in the chat as Nick's getting situated here for the beard butter.
Should be good.
All right. Hey, go ahead and tell everybody your thoughts on how we are at episode number 4 already.
Oh my God. Yeah, so first of all, is my audio okay now?
You sound great. Yes.
All right, good. As long as I'm sounding as good as I'm looking like I was before, I want to avoid that. So,
yep.
No, it's crazy, man. You know, these, when we first started in on this, you were telling me, it would feel more natural. It'd feel better each time we do it. But especially now, after I'm getting some familiar faces coming in here, all the feedback we've had from it has been fantastic. Everyone's super encouraging. Like you say, I can't believe it's already been 4 episodes. This is episode 4. And I'm loving it. Like I told you, I used to have the pre-show jitters before these things. Now I'm like getting pumped up and excited for these whenever we're going to jump on. It's exciting. It's fun. Again, love the interaction. Love the group we're building here. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it really is, man. And we appreciate everybody being in here. We got 20 people in already. And as you guys are coming in, I put a link to the giveaway in the chat. And if you guys don't know me, I know most of you do, but my name is Dan. And I love working with this company. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, from the marketing. I help with product development, really anything at all that they need. I'm personally invested and want this company to do as well as possible. And so if there's something that we talk about, if there's something that is launched, guys, that it has been thoroughly tested by not only everybody at this amazing team, but also by myself, and the beard butter, of course, being no exception. You guys know how important beard butter is for me. And from the start, Nick said, hey, I want to take that top beard butter spot from you. And I was like, hey, I think we can come up with something good. And he was like, no, it's got to be the best. Like, it has to be the absolute top spot. So that is awesome there. And yeah, I will post that link right now. Thank you, Jill. So if you guys click that to enter the giveaways tonight, we have 2 different giveaways that we'll be doing. All you need to do is click it and put your name and your email address, and you will be all set and good to go there, guys. It should be popping up right now, guys. There's a slight delay when it comes through the StreamYard thing, and Corbin says, you're killing it, Nick.
Oh, Corbin, my man, what's going on?
It's awesome. And it is one of my biggest things with handling a lot of the marketing side with this company is I just want you guys to get to know Nick. I want you guys to get to know Jill. I think that would be an awesome episode, would be one day getting Jill on here and talking about what she does and what she knows, because man, Jill knows her ingredients. She knows her products, the process, the formulations. It's amazing being able to work with everybody here. And a special shout out to everybody coming in. Chris, we got Focus, Steven, we got people all the way from Europe in here right now. Mark Brown, Robert, Garrett, my buddy Michigan, we got the Bearded Shark, so many amazing people in the chat. So man, welcome.
Love it.
Welcome. And of course, if you guys feel like sharing this out, that helps out this company, that helps out the channel that is being built here. We are on the doorsteps of 200 subscribers in really the matter of 1 month. We've gone from pretty much a clean start to hopefully hitting maybe this week, next week, getting 200 subscribers out there. So if you guys are watching and you're not subscribed, hey, we encourage you. It costs you nothing. If you know somebody, you're like, hey, I think they would like to get to know this company. They would like to get to know this owner. It would be amazing, because we got a lot of these every week. These streams coming. We also have content coming as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I'm super excited for everybody to get to know this and get to know the company, the owners, and everything. Nick, you guys have a good weekend?
Oh, man. Yeah, killed it. killed it from a fun perspective and killed my neck. So one of the funny things about being almost, you're talking about knocking on the doorstep of 200 subscribers. I'm knocking on the doorstep of 40 years old here. And apparently, taking a 10-year-old to Six Flags and riding roller coasters all day with no lines going back to back to back. Apparently, I don't know if you guys know this, can have a negative impact on your neck.
So you had an adverse reaction to the fun?
I did. Yeah, it's like it's like my doctor always says, one of the leading cause of injuries is fitness and staying in shape. He's like, "Oh, it's terrible for you." I see people in here every day hurting themselves working out.
Right.
Must be a big problem out there. Same thing with roller coasters, man. So yeah, weekend was great. We got the Big E going on, which is the big Massachusetts State Fair out in Springfield, Massachusetts, and Six Flags is like right there. So we actually killed it on timing because it's, within miles of each other. So the park was dead. Everyone was over at the fair. So we were like in and out 1 to 5 minute line times. It was like we were just banging through as much as we could, as quick as we could. And yeah, if I want to turn to like look at that wall back there, it's kind of one of these.
Oh yeah, I think I told you last week I had that.
Yeah. Yep. You were doing, exactly. You're sitting there doing neck stretches while we
warmed up. I really was. Yeah, exactly. And apparently there's a lot of people that know about this why is it called the Big E for us that are not on the South Shore or over in Massachusetts? Where's the name come from?
So I would love for somebody in the comments to answer that, because I'm a transplant to Massachusetts. I'm lucky that I know the state fair is called the Big E, much less why it's called the Big E. I'm not sure.
That's
sure
hilarious.
Someone here could mention it. While we're waiting on that, and yes, we are going to jump onto the beard butter here in a second, just to take care of something. While I'm rambling, I want to ask Corbin if it's okay to read a couple of quick excerpts from his text message that I just got to share with everybody, because I just got this in from our buddy up there in Canada who is loving his new products and excited about it.
Yep, and an awesome bearded content subscriber, and also another thing I want to touch on it right before we get into the butters. Jake Boss picked up some of the giveaway winnings from last week, and he said his wife picked it up and gave it to him yesterday. In beard today, he said Voodoo getting the oil to smell like campfire, right? This is one thing that we really covered. If you guys are new here, man, oh man, I encourage you to go back. There's only 3 episodes, so you don't have a whole lot to make up, and you can listen to it podcast style. You can just put it on, let it play audio while you're working out, while you're getting ready. I think you're going to learn a lot, not only about beard products, not only about the beard industry, but also about this company. And one of the things that this company is very proud of is their scents are all natural essential oils. There is no such thing as an essential oil of campfire. So Jill and Nick and everybody behind the scenes were able to make some absolute magic to make this smell like campfire. And super quick, do you want to take a touch on the 2 new scents from last week that were launched on this show?
Yeah, absolutely. So the 2 new scents we have, actually we have them right here. Coincidentally enough, it's like I planned this. We have number 18, which is a warm spice, sweet musk, and wood. And the people who have received this so far, Leo, if you're out there watching, we've got notes from a couple of people from last week that ordered, a couple contest winners. Leo had the best comment ever. He's like, I can't quite put my finger on what the smell is, but what I can say is I can't stop smelling it, and I love it.
Wow.
And he's like, it's something sweet. He's like, it's a little sweet and a little oaky. So it's kind of in the middle of those notes that are on the back of the bottle. But he loves it. He said it feels great in beard. Loves it to death. And
Leo, I can share this because he says it publicly. He said it last night on my channel. Leo is 77 years old. He does not hold back his thoughts. He corrected me on my show last night on one of my pronunciations, and I said he was that student, in a fun, playful way. But he did correct. He corrected my pronunciation last night, and so when he says something like that, it was I was saying Morse code.
Oh, instead of Morse code.
Yeah. And it was right. That was on me 100%. So when he says a compliment, it's right. There's so many amazing support people that are going to say nice things no matter what. Leo's going to tell you at 77, like, you're not wasting time. You're saying exactly what you feel there. And also with experienced people like King Luna, he said it's a light wood scent. Couldn't get the spice or musk, but yes, woodsy scent. Kept my beard smooth throughout the whole day. Didn't need any butter. The blend was way too great.
King Luna, you're the man. Thank you. Thank you, by the way, for those awesome posts on Instagram. That was fantastic.
Super cool.
Helps so much, man. Love
Super cool. And then what about number 21?
Number 21, bam. Number 21 is a sweet smoke campfire. And like people have said, it's literally a campfire in a bottle. You know, it's not going to be Dan's favorite because of that. And you know what's really weird is when I'm around a campfire, this is what really gets me about this smell, is that I'm the guy who is always avoiding the smoke because I don't want to smell like it for 2 days afterwards. And so when Jill was first working on this one, I was like, well, people have been asking for it. They've been liking it, but don't expect to see it in my beard every day. And so she came out with it. You know, once everything's done, it shows up on my medicine cabinet at home before we launch so I can get things using it for a few days, make sure I like the final result. And I couldn't stop using it. I got a 7 sitting right next to it, a VSB right next to that. I got another one we're testing next to those, and my bottle of 21's almost empty.
Wow.
I've been using it constantly. And what's weird is I don't like the smell of campfire in my clothes and in my beard. Like if I have a hoodie that smells like it, in the washer, not even in the laundry basket. If my beard smells like it, I'm shampooing twice. And I don't know if it's something about the extra, maybe it's the extra intensity of an actual campfire smoke in your beard or on your clothes. Maybe it's some of the extra carcinogens that get in there that I'm smelling that I don't like. I'm not really sure, but I love the 21, and it does smell like a campfire. But for some reason, it's one of those smells I didn't think I'd like it. I thought it was going to be one of those fan favorites that I didn't wear that much. I've been using the heck out of it.
That's awesome. And everybody's talking about the Pez store, the Pez factory at the Big E.
Oh, the Pez factory. I think the last time I went to the Big E was before I had kids. So I don't know that I would have seen that.
Wow. 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Or more?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I first moved to Massachusetts, it was like the first year I was here. I went and did the things. I went to the King Richard's Renaissance Festival and I went to the Big E. It was like the two things that you had to do in order to live in New England legally, I think.
Interesting. And shout out to Tony and any new subscribers. Guys, if you're a new subscriber today, please drop a comment. We would love to show you some love. He said that, and Tony's been a great friend of mine for a long time. He said he now only subscribes to 2 channels. And this is one of them.
That.
Very cool.
On, Tony.
Very
Thanks,
cool.
Dude. Awesome beard, by the way, man. Loving that.
Yeah. And then I will kick this to you. Mr. Corbin said, hey, go ahead, man. Always.
All right, so he reaches out and he says, hey, Nick, I got my order yesterday. I tried number 7 last night and the beach fire this morning. You can smell and feel the quality of the ingredients. Thank you so much for that. Such subtle scents and earthy notes. It's very pleasant. I'm extremely happy with my purchase, and my beard feels more hydrated while using it than it has with any other oil. Thanks so much for doing what you do. And I'll even share my reply back to that. Basically, summarizing here, I said, dude, you are the reason we do what we do. Comments like this are the reason we do what we do. And just so everybody knows here too, Corbin's in Canada, right? Following our flat rate international shipping that Dan talks about. That's what we did with Corbin. He had a funny issue with Shopify, which is our store platform. And Shopify can be a little paranoid about fraud prevention sometimes. It can once in a while kick
good and bad
that it shouldn't. And if that ever happens to anybody watching, you ever have an issue with our site in particular, reach out, because Corbin reached out on a Friday. It was like 4:30. He reached out via email. I called him back on his cell phone from my cell phone, and that's how we've been going back and forth. He's got my cell phone number, and I have his. If he has a problem, he texts me, and that's the way we are with everybody. Like there's no VIP list with us. Like if you reach out, you have questions, we need to talk, I pick up the phone and call you. Jill picks up the phone and calls you, like she has with many people that are here listening today. And that's what we like to do. We never want to get to the point where we're too big to do that. I want people to have direct access to me and direct access to Jill, and really feel like they can reach out at any time. And you know what? The payment issue, Shopify couldn't straighten it out. So I actually had to go in, create like a custom PayPal invoice for him, shoot it over so he could pay through PayPal, mark it as paid manually, ship it, etc. Nothing is too much for you guys. Like whatever we have to do to get our products in your hands and whatever we can do to make you feel good about it and help you afterwards, we're going to do it. And Corbin's just proof of that, man. So
yeah, and it's
dude,
so true in every essence of it. Anything that Dr. Nix does, and Nick articulates this every time, It is to the ability to be scalable that they can handle everything in-house. If it gets beyond that point, then it's time to start scaling some stuff back that they're not able to handle. They want to be as big as they can control and handle. And so just know that this is not some goal to be Procter & Gamble and to be some crazy $50 million a year company. They want to make quality products, even if it hurts their bottom line. And just real quickly before we bounce on to the butter here, could you just name a couple of the highlighted essential oils that are in those 2 new scents that you have? If you just want to throw some of them out there, because I know for a fact most people in here have never heard of those ones because I had never heard of them. So what were some in number 18, number 21? What were some of the stars of the show when it comes to essential oils?
So the big one is the gua sha wood. The gua sha wood is huge. I mean, that's really the star of the show with these new additions, I think. And there's I'll butcher the name on a couple of them here. I have my little cheat sheet here.
The mic is roboting out again a little bit.
Well, let's see. Does it matter if I stare at it? Oh, you know what? Put the window back. Maybe if I just stare at it intensely.
I think so. Like in nature, if you bite the other animal's ear, you establish dominance. So I don't know if you need to like give it a little yeah. Give it a little, little fang there. All right, I think you're back.
Hopefully it's better. So the Copiba in the number 21, that's huge. And it's actually Copa Iba. And I always mess up the name, so I got to have my little phonetic spelling cheat sheet here. But between the 2 of those, the Copa Iba is huge in the 21. And, what I was talking about with the gua sha wood, we actually just watched a special on gua sha wood from one of the manufacturers that makes it. It's the only oil they make that comes as a solid. So she says a lot of people miss out on working with it because they don't want to emulsify it. They don't want to deal with the melting process into a warm oil. Most people want a cold mix and just package. Since we heat mix just about everything we do anyhow, it wasn't too much of a problem. And it is oil soluble, so it does kind of work its way into an oil naturally anyhow. But that's the one that really gives you just some crazy sense in it. And I mean, talk about star of the show and crazy sense, though. When we get into the butter, talk about some stars of the show with this one, man. I mean, we got some crazy stuff in this one that just no one else is using. And I know it's because of price. I mean, this stuff is expensive. Just like with the marula, we had someone on here on your live stream last week that we sponsored. I forget her name, Molly, maybe?
Yeah, she's a barber.
Yeah, so Molly the barber.
Molly McKay.
Yeah, Molly the barber was pointing out like, oh man, marula is liquid gold. And the reason she says that is because like the bottles marula comes in are like the size of this dropper top here. Like they are tiny. They're like 5 to 10 milliliter bottles, and they go for $30 sometimes. It's insane how much money's in that stuff. Which I mean, the 21 and the 18 are obviously our first formulas that went out of the gate with that new formula in it. And man, I must say, like the skin benefits are just crazy. Using this stuff every day, my beard's in better shape than it's been when combined with the butter, especially. I mean, I can't stop touching this thing.
For sure. Well, we have some good news for everybody. Travis already said he doesn't have to go to his last job, so it's an early day for him. Beautiful. So Travis gets to hang out here, the new father, hopefully gets to spend some time with the family. And I'm going to put a link in the chat right now, and let's go ahead and officially launch and show this bad boy out as of right now. The beard butter, and yes, to address kind of a big question, at least as of right now, it is only coming in unscented. If you want to have a little scent to it, I recommend adding a couple drops of the beard oil in hand if you want to melt that down. But the unscented is so amazing, you guys. This is $25. Now, Nick, what is the weight of this product here? How many ounces are we working with?
4 ounces.
4 ounces for $25.
And just to kind of make fun of ourselves for a minute, right? We love to build ourselves up when it's due, but just so everybody knows, we're perfectly happy to make fun of ourselves whenever we mess something up as well. So as you'll notice on the website, boom, 4 ounces everywhere. The labels are perfect. We had to go through a different rep at our label company, and we had to do some revisions to the labels. And this is obviously a new sized label for us because it's a tub and we don't have anything else in a tub. So when you're a 2-person team in the production area, 4 or 5-person team collectively, things like forgetting the volume on the front of the label from a weight or forgetting the weight on the front can happen. So unfortunately, that's what happened here. So the label doesn't have the 4 ounces on it. The next run of labels already been edited. They're going to have it on there. We're not in a retail store. We're not in Amazon. We're just, we're in barbershops and on our website. So it's not going to hurt us that bad. We're going to leave them in production. We're not going to make Jill relabel all of those bottles that she already labeled. But funny little things like that can happen. So little humility here. That's what happens when you're small sometimes and don't have a big R&D and marketing team behind you.
For sure. For sure.
Yes. 4 ounces of goodness inside of here. And I think we are going a little above and beyond with that weight. I think it was a good amount. I like how it lasts. We went through a couple different sizes based on how it lasts for me.
Yep.
And a 4 ounce does last me over a month. So it gets me past a month. I use it. Now I do use it twice a day. I'll use it if my beard's dry, and at nighttime I will use it in my beard and braid it. So at night I usually braid my beard so I don't wake up eating it in the middle of the night. So I'll usually do it at night and I'll braid it. And in the morning I use beard oil and I focus primarily at the bottom layer of the beard on the skin, really get my fingertips on the skin really good with the oil. And then with the butter, I do wear it in just about every day throughout the day. I'll use a smaller amount than I use at nighttime, but I do put that and focus on the hair with some focus on the skin, but primarily focusing on the hair for the day. And I have noticed that that's a really good combo, at least for me.
For sure. And again, guys, 4 ounces here. This is a full-bodied butter. It is not a whipped one. It is poured. It has no wax in it, as you guys can see on there. It is 100% natural. 100% natural, just like everything. And if you are like True North and you prefer unscented products because you wear colognes or you just don't like scents, you maybe get headaches or whatever, there is the No. 0 oil that you can pair with this. And again, this has been a process for a long time. We've had a bunch of different formulations, bunch of different processes, and it really, really is perfected. Nick, go ahead and let's hit on the ingredients, and then we'll show them the consistency after that.
So if you scroll down a little there, we talk about this a little bit, and I actually pointed out straight in the description. Go back up a little, go right into the middle of the description there. There you go. Mango Shea, put that in focus. Perfect. So I even point this out right here, right? After the R&D we did, especially with Dan, we're looking to accomplish 2 things. We were looking to serve the market's need for good, all-natural beard butter that works, right? But like in all things Dr. Nick's fashion, we're not opening another sub shop here, right? We're not running a car wash or a gas station. We're not me tooing anybody to just jump on a bandwagon here. What we like to do is to come up with something that's unique every time we do anything, right? But not doing it for the sake of just doing it. We want to make it different in a way that's beneficial in the way other things maybe aren't. And so we point out here, mango, shea, avocado butter, right? They're usual suspects that you're going to see in a beard butter blend. What really stands out here is the aloe and the shea butter. These are huge. I mean, you look at the benefits that you get on the skin from the aloe butter, in addition to what you get from on the hair. And you look at what we can do we wanted to do a couple of things. We wanted to follow what we normally do, which is focus on not just hair, but also skin. Aloe butter comes in really handy there. The downside to aloe butter is it is insanely expensive, and it can be tough to work with. Now, the sal butter, on top of having some really cool benefits for the hair, it does some other things for the formulation that we really liked. It increased spreadability. It helped it melt down better. And sal butter can also act as a bit of an emulsifier on its own to really help stabilize the overall formula. And what we found through our pouring process and a couple of post-process steps that we take after it's poured, the cooling process related to the melting process and temperatures all the way through to when it's then, cooled and then brought back up to temperature, really when you're doing that method with the sal butter in there, you end up with this just smooth butter. I mean, it is I mean, you can see it right there in the edge of this container. You don't see, and this is from me using this for a few days now. So my fingers have been in there. I've been spreading it over the sides. You really don't see anything that you wouldn't want to see from like a grit or anything else perspective. It is smooth. It is nice, nice, nice. And so I think what we did with the addition of Sal, I got some quick bullet hits here from Jill, right? It's the Sal butter, highly moisturizing. It's high in oleic and linoleic acids. It nourishes the hair and the skin. It absorbs quickly. It's great for aging and sensitive skin, right? It improves the hair and skin elasticity. Now think about that for a minute, right? There's lots of good leave-in conditioners, but you look at like shampoo that's made for women with really, really long hair. One of the goals of those shampoos is to prevent breakage and to help stop breakage. And I know that's a huge concern out there in the beard community, right? I don't like fallout. I don't like breakage. I'm still mad at the extension I had in. Took like 10 hairs with it when that thing came out. Oh, if I could find that.
Good cause. Good cause.
Yeah, good cause. It's fine. It's for cancer. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not crying. You're crying. And so really, I think, what all this does, especially with the elasticity, I mean, when my beard hair is wet now, after a week of using this stuff, I can stretch it about, damn near 20% of its length. I get stretch and bounce on my hairs coming in and out. I mean, it's intense. And I can only help to attribute it to this. And I mean, the stuff is so safe and so good for your skin. It's recommended as a burn cream. So if you get sunburned or if you get anything else, you can apply this stuff topically by itself to open, raw, burned skin. So it's great for sensitive skin, especially something that's been chapped or you have some irritation under your beard. Most beard butters are really targeted toward just conditioning the hair. And we liked to cross that boundary again of giving some good skin benefit. And I think we really did that. And then, of course, you combine that with our really high-end, I like to think, blend of oils that are in our beard oils. And that's in here as well, right? You got everything that you would get from our beard oil with the addition of the butters. We got about 85% butter in this too, which is really interesting. Really high concentration of butter.
Big time.
There's nothing that's really taken up that bill either as like a filler, right? We're using premium stuff up and down this list. Like when we were first doing this, I did what I always do, which I'm sure if one of my investors listens in on one of these live streams that helps us kick off new products and stuff sometimes here, he'd of course not be a big fan of this comment, but when Jill was first making it, we were like, oh, she's like, okay, well, this stuff's expensive. That stuff's expensive. What's going to work from a cost basis? I'm like, ignore it. Like, ignore the prices. We'll figure it out later. Like, order the stuff you want and let's get the stuff in and let's formulate something that is the most premium, top end quality beard butter that we've ever reviewed or looked at. And she did. It's a little high on the cost standpoint, but it fits right into what we need from a model. Doesn't hurt us at all producing it. I think the price point is beyond fair for the 4 ounces and
Agreed.
Doesn't leave us hurting, right?
Agreed. Very, very fair. And man, so many amazing comments in the chat. You guys keep sharing your thoughts. If you have questions, if we're not able to get to them in the moment, I will star them and we'll come back. We should have some time for some questions today. We are going to give away 2 different combos that include these butters. So make sure you guys sign up. I'll put a link in the chat right now. And again, guys, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up. We do have currently more people in the chat than we do have likes on the stream. So if you guys forgot, hey, it's just a little bit of kindness goes a long way, just kind of like this beard butter. A little bit goes a long way there. So please hit that thumbs up as we're coming through. And yeah, it really is great. We wanted something to melt down fast, something that was going to be able to survive, not the most extreme, but be able to survive shipping conditions on a regular basis. And it just nailed it. It's just out of the park. And a couple of little more things to give you guys. Flat rate shipping anywhere in the United States is $5. $5. And the free shipping threshold is $50, correct, Nick?
Absolutely.
So $50 free shipping. If not, it's only $5. International shipping, Canada, Australia, Europe, $15. Show me another company that has international flat rate shipping of $15. We want to get this product out to people. We want you guys to try this. And even if it costs money, this is an absolute priority of this company, is for people to try this stuff out.
Yeah, and with the international shipping too, it's funny. We had some people reach out to us about that, especially after the live stream last week. All those comments, I gotta admit, some of those comments had me a little nervous. They're like, "You're gonna ship to here? Getting stuff out to me is insanely expensive all the time." So I just had real quick, even while the live stream was going on last week, I'm like, okay. I'm like looking for hotel addresses in like Perth, Australia, and like looking up addresses and putting them through our shipping broker. And it's international shipping, we lose on it a little bit, but I like to manage by exception. I don't like creating blanket policies for exceptional cases, especially. And so we work on a rule of averages, right? It's, we're going to lose on some, we're going to make out on others. And we're not in it to make money on shipping rates. I look
Correct.
at some of these international shipping rates across other companies, and they are either dead set on making money for the customs hassle on those shipments, or they're just using the wrong shipment broker, or flat out. It's 2022. There's great options out there for these forwarders. I found them, and I'm confident that we can say, we are not going to lose out too badly on international shipping, and the risk is worth the reward, which is getting our products in more beards.
That's awesome. And if anybody ever has any questions, feel free to reach out to the Dr. Nick's Instagram. There's an email on the website, and you can reach out to me personally. I think I know every single person in here that's commenting. I know every single aspect about this company and about their products through and through. So if you guys want to reach out to me, like my buddy Travis only lives about 20 minutes from me, feel free, guys. I am happy to help anytime. And shout out to anybody supporting this company and this platform. This is our guy Brian right here, Bearded and Winning, who's sharing our posts on Instagram. We see that. We appreciate that. We discuss that as a team behind the scenes. The owners notice that. They really, really want to say thank you. So keep up that support, guys. It means all the difference in the world, truly.
It's huge. I mean, it's huge. Dan, I think this goes back to something that you and I were talking about a while back, is that when you first came on to work with us on everything that you work with us on, one of the first questions I asked Dan, guys, I said, "Hey, you're the expert. Like, look at this brand, and this brand. How are they everywhere? What did they do to get there? I see them on this and this and this outlet. I see their ads. I see et cetera." And Dan flat out asked me, he's like, "What are you trying to build here?" He's like, "Are you trying to build eventually a co-packed multi-million-dollar company? Are you trying to build a lifestyle brand where the people who use your products know you and they know your company and they love the products and they talk about it? And it's not like this faceless entity that you're supporting." And I 1,000% said that's the way I wanted to go. So if you guys notice out there, we don't do paid product reviews with people, right? We don't do paid product placement. We don't do media buying. You won't see us on, you won't see the banner pop up that says "as seen on, GQ and Fox and MSN and, et cetera." We don't do those paid media buying advertisements. We're trying to really do this organically. So the content that you guys make for us and put out there on Instagram and the stuff that you share, all that is our marketing engine. Like, you are our marketing engine. And that's the cool part about this, is that we never asked you to do that. We never incented you with free products to do that. The fact that you feel like doing it and sharing with your group and your circle what, of the things that you're using, the things you're trying and the things you like and don't like, I mean, that's it for us. I mean, that's the community that we're building, like right here, is the foundation of the growth that we're going to experience over the next couple of years. And we plan to do
So
it
true.
organically. So I mean, it's
So true.
It's not even just appreciated; it's critical to our business, and we just appreciate it so much. I mean, we wouldn't be here obviously without you, and we wouldn't continue to grow without stuff like that.
Yeah, it is symbiotic too. When you guys do that and they don't have to go pay $10,000 to GQ, they don't have to have these ads, that cost saving is passed on to you guys to be able to do 4-ounce butters for $25, to be able to do high quality ingredients for fair prices. So understand that it's all cyclical and all helps out as you go through. And yeah, he did. When I came came on board. I loved this company. We actually had a consulting meeting before I ever even tried them. And I knew it was purposeful on his part. He's like, I just got to get in front of this guy. And then I was blown away. And then I tried the products. I got to know them, got to know the passion. And I was like, what's your goal? I'll help you get there, whatever it is. If your goal is you want to be a $15 million company a year, I'll get you there. It's going to cost you a ton of money, but we'll get you there. I said, but if you want to build a lifestyle brand, if you want to build a brand people are passionate about, people talk about, people share on their own, there's a different way to approach it. And I'm so happy with what we've been able to do here. So it's awesome. How much to GQ? It does depend on the GQ. If you want to go to GQ UK, that's a lot less expensive. So there are options out there.
To be fair, we have been featured back in 2016 from GQ UK, and it's because they needed to fill a spot, and they reached out for me to fill it. I turned down their quote because I didn't want to pay for that kind of placement. And they reached back out and said, actually, we really like your marketing collateral, and we do have an empty spot on the page. Is it okay if we just put you there?
So cool.
And so I said, sure. So see, it's one of those things. You ignore a problem long enough, it might go away, or it might turn into a good thing. You never know. Procrastination can pay off sometimes.
That's awesome. And we are going to do our first giveaway in just a minute here, but I want you to hit on 2 comments real quick here, because I think I was able to share with King Luna. And RIC says, the studio looks fantastic. Once again, kudos on the awesome background. And Luna was like, hey, man, it looks great back there. And I was able to tell him, Nick actually fully designed this background, fully executed this background, and we call it Phelpsing it, right? It's when he goes way too into detail, goes way overboard, and makes sure that it is all laid out perfectly. Nick, tell him how you went about this background behind you here.
I'm going to show you. So I got to keep this little relic up just for fun for moments like this. So first of all, thank you. I don't, it's look at that.
That's hilarious. His boss was going to tell him to get off his phone. He said, until I saw 2 big, beautiful beards. That's
You're gonna
amazing.
Tell someone to hang up on this?
Yeah.
I love it. So what's funny is about this background, I do a lot of educational videos, right, for the cybersecurity stuff. What we've been doing lately is lots of ransomware hunting and working with, government agencies on tracking down various foreign state hackers and stuff. So I've been doing so much of this recorded content, walking through these, doing forensics reviews with different government agencies. I'm like, I need to do something about these white walls. And so once I figured out what I wanted to do and I did it, it was really funny. The first couple of weeks, everyone thought it was a virtual background. I had to get up and walk back there and go touch the wall so people knew it was I had to go pet the wall.
Why is Nick petting his wall again?
God, look at him in there.
Weirdo.
Someone needs to get this guy something to do. But so when what ended up happening, I figured out I wanted to do some cool geometric shapes, and you bust out the tape, and I went and throughout the office building, I found 4 gallons of partially used, partially unused paint, various scales of gray. And oddly enough, I had enough of it already here in the building, so I just repurposed, 4 different colors with a couple different finishes, and who cares, right? Kind of just doing the triangles. So of course, what started off as a random project never ends like that for me, unfortunately. And I end up doing things like this, where I diagram out my entire wall with the photo of the tape that I laid down with color codes of each color paint that I had to make sure that no 2 colors touched each other in adjacent triangles. Then, of course, moved on to how many coats were in each one and checked them all off with check marks and follow-up photos. So
he's got a problem, people. He's got it. So that process that goes into that goes into every product that comes out, and that is legitimate. That brainwave is what goes into this beard butter.
It is. So when we talk about a product and it gets delayed a month and maybe another month, just know that I'm Phelpsing it to death, and I'm picking it apart every way. And also I am an ENTP as far as a personality profile goes for Myers-Briggs. If we got any psych majors out there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But basically, what that is it stands for, one of the things we're known for is being the ultimate devil's advocate. So once I get everyone on board, once I get Jill to agree with something, once I get Dan to agree with something, I then come on the next call and I say, okay, we all agree? Good. Now what happens if we're all wrong?
Right.
What if we're wrong? What if we should have done this or this or this? They're like, dude, you just got us to agree on the way we're doing this. I'm like, I know, and we all agree, which means there might be a problem.
Yeah, straight up. And and he'll even say sometimes, he's like, okay, was playing devil's advocate, but we had to work through it. We had to figure out the other way. And I do want to stop for a second. Gave the big eyes here. Nick, is there anything you notice on the screen right now?
Oh, did we just break that 200 subscriber mark?
In the matter of this stream, I gave ourselves a week or two, and I was like, when I said a week, I was like, oh no, I don't think we could get it in a week. I set myself up for failure. I was like, a week or two, we hit 200 subscribers right now.
Oh man,
thank you guys.
Look at that. Look at
that is amazing.
You know, soon we're going to have to start looking at that 1,000 mark, and whoever tips that scale of that 1,000 subscriber, I think they're going to get something pretty special.
That'd be pretty cool. Really, really cool. So,
I think we got to do something there.
200 subscribers.
Wow, look at that, guys.
That's cool. Super, super cool. And on that note, let's go ahead and do our first giveaway of the stream here. We're going to give away a full-size number 7 beard oil and a new beard butter. Now, what is the scent profile on my favorite Dr. Nick's beard oil? Number 7.
Number 7, citrus, zest, pine. Oh, it's fantastic.
Is it the top seller?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
number 7's our number 1 seller. And
so
it's not
good.
just because I keep poaching it out of the stock bins and using it myself either.
Yeah.
And sending it to you.
Yeah, we don't count those numbers. I did just request 2 of them before the stream. True story. I said, I believe my exact words are, Nick, I'm dangerously low right now. If we can get that number 7 going.
Yeah, which is when it's one of the few times a month when I check the expedited overnight delivery. You know, Dan tells me he's low on something. He gets the overnight package coming in the next day. So
let me tell you how low it is. So I put it in right before stream, right before stream. This is how low it is. I was putting it in, and I never do this. I'm a pro. I accidentally knocked over the bottle without the top in. Nothing came out.
Nothing came out.
Nothing came out. It fell over sideways and was laying there, and no oil came out. So it was enough to be below that little teeny lip on the bottom. So yes,
Jill, take note.
I can't give any promises there about it being unsmelled, unopened. Yes, of course it is unsmelled, unopened. Inside joke on that one. So 200 subscribers for the giveaway. You guys hit the link that's in the chat right now. It's always in the description as well. Put your name, put your email address, and if you see your name on the screen, and you're here, you got to be subscribed. You got to comment. If you're here and you're able to comment, you get that win. I'm going to put down the name and email address that you signed up with. Jill's an absolute ninja, is going to reach out to you for your shipping, government name and shipping address. And then the combo will get out to you guys soon. And man, we would love if you guys were able to share your thoughts with us either privately, publicly, or both. That really means a lot. It's nothing that's required, but it helps us out a lot if you're able to share for that feedback, good, bad, other. We want to hear it all. We want to hear it all on this one. All right.
There's always room for improvement.
So
Perfection
true.
is unattainable.
So true. All right. You think we're ready to draw this first winner
that
here?
was too close to a Star Wars quote, wasn't it? For you? Everyone's about to get a black screen saying that technical difficulties.
Somehow, some way we get, yeah, right. I am running this ship over here. No, somehow,
right.
some
you got
way.
the button. I don't have the button.
We got into Star Wars. Oh, I said that I know this is gonna upset you and Jill, but I hate sand. Like, I hate sand. Like, going to the beach, I enjoy the water. I enjoy being in it. But I hate coming back to the truck and having my feet sandy, having the wagon sandy, having my kids sandy. I hate it. It is a pain in my butt. Pain in my butt.
So someone that didn't grow up on the beach, do you know the most effective way to get wet sand?
I do.
Do
I grew up in, yeah. Oh, yeah. And everybody likely has it in their house.
Yeah, well, so there is an all natural beach remedy to wet sand. And
all right, I'll share my
sand.
first. So the way that we grew up, because I grew up on the beach, the way we grew up was by using baby powder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, baby powder will suck it all up, make it a solid, and you can just get it off, as in get off the wet sand.
So a real easy way, if you're walking off the beach, you got wet sand on your feet, you got wet sand coming up the ankles. Easiest way to get it off, kick your feet around in dry sand. The dry sand soaks up all the water from the wet sand, and it all just comes off your feet like dust.
Okay. I cannot verify that, you guys. I will test it next time. Luckily, Michigan's getting cold right now, so
you don't have that
I'm
problem
welcome.
for a while.
Yeah, it's 50 out right now. For those of you I was in Dallas all weekend and at a barber expo, which was amazing. And when I landed, it was 99 degrees. When I walked a half mile to breakfast at 8:00 a.m., it was 75 and sunny. Unbelievable. I can't do it. I'm not a fan. I just simply can't do it. All right, and hopefully
it's getting cold up here too. This is the time of year where I'm just gonna start. You're gonna see me in hoodies and probably like the next live stream, and I'm just gonna be in one until springtime of next year.
Nice.
We'll get to a nice visit of Nick's hoodie collection.
Yeah. And I hope everybody, I do know we have several people in the chat right now that are in Florida and that are in some different areas. Completely random, but yeah, we have people I know even in the Tampa area. So hopefully you guys are staying safe. Hopefully you guys are doing everything you can to protect yourselves and your family. It seems like it's a crazy one developing down there. I even have somebody that messaged me and was like, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to come in the stream because I work for like emergency crisis and I'm on full duty with the hurricane right now. I'm like, oh wow, hey, no, absolutely. So stay safe out there.
Works for the
I think it's FEMA.
What's that?
I believe FEMA is who he works for.
Oh, okay, cool. Because like the Florida Department of Emergency Management is a customer of mine. I know those guys are all activated like crazy right now.
It may be. Yeah, I guess I just assumed. So yeah, it may be.
That's crazy.
We do have our first potential winner. If you see your name on the screen, please drop a comment, and this is yours. Do we have Jose Soto? Oh, I got the wrong layout here. Oh, that was the suspense building on this one. Do we have Jose Soto in the building? If you're here, drop a comment, then we'll congratulate him. And we do have another giveaway that we'll do right at about 2:00, you guys. I'll be honest, we didn't have a bunch of like structured content for this one like we did previously because we thought we could kind of talk about. I was like, oh, maybe we may be a little bit lacking on what to talk about. It is 1:46, Nick.
Wow.
That is silly.
Jose is in the building.
Congratulations, my man. You don't have to do anything other than check that email that you signed up with, and I will have that information. Jill will be reaching out to you. Jill, I did share the link to the winner's document in the Teams chat, so if you want to click on that, we have that one all ready to go. And yeah, congratulations, man. Our next one, just so you guys can kind of look forward to it, is going to be at the end of the show, a number 9 oil and the 4-ounce butter. And Nick, what's the profile number 9?
Number 9 is Love Potion number 9. It's styled after the 70s Spanish fly, sandalwood, lavender. It's earthy, slightly floral, I guess you could say, but it's keep in mind it's essential oils, right? So it's like that earthy botanical side of kind of floral.
Yeah.
One of the things I love number 9 for, I don't know what it is. I love the number 9 balm. I love using the number 9 balm.
Okay.
And, someone asked a question last week on your stream, Dan, like, do you use the Dr. Nick's balm? And you said no. Quick clarifying question on my point there. I don't think you use balm at all, do you?
Period. And I mean, unless I'm forced to, I don't use it at all.
So pointing that out, if anyone was listening in last Monday, it's not that Dan doesn't use it because he doesn't like it. He just doesn't use balm.
Correct.
And so I use balm very sparingly, but the way I use it, I love the number 7 as an oil and the number 9 as a balm on top of it. When I'm using the unscented butter, I use the number 9 balm.
And you like to style your mustache sometimes with the balm stick. And
yeah, I like to kind of, I like to do one of these. And some people don't quite know this about our balms. If you don't already, it comes in a tube. And I like to use the tube straight on to my mustache. So I go straight on the mustache with the tube of the balm on top of whatever oil I'm using. And then every once in a while, if I get a little bushy over here, I'll actually come down and just give it a couple little wipes right here to kind of get right down that cheek line. So I got a nice clean cheek and it goes right down the sideburn and it gives enough of a wax in my mustache to keep it styled and out of my mouth, especially with a heat brush. So once you put the wax in, kind of heat it up a little and that really sets that wax.
Yep. Slower again and slower on the mustache, please. I'm just kidding.
One more time, but a little more sensual.
Slower on there.
Do it again, but more.
Yeah, I just don't wear balm, and I would, if there was something that I disagreed with a Dr. Nick's product, I would probably not stop saying it to him. It would be relentless. It is an amazing product. I love the twist tube. It's practical. If you want to put it on your hand and do it traditionally, you can do that. But if you don't
Yeah.
want to, it's another option that you can have too. And I thought this was funny. Luna reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, is it a deodorant or is it a balm?" And then he said it's very
read the fine print.
yeah, right. So it's too funny, man. Yeah, too funny.
It's funny though, because again, I didn't use balm before I had it in the tube because I didn't have a way to get it where I wanted it. Right, I couldn't really get it on my, it's just I didn't want it. I didn't want waxy hands just to do my mustache. I'm not a big mustache wax guy. I don't style it up or anything, but I do like keeping it with some structure. And the only time I ever do put this on my hands is if I just have one of those days where for some reason I'm like extra, bushy with flyaways over here, especially
Yeah.
down like through the connector.
For sure.
I'll put some on my hands and I'll kind of just swipe the outside. And I feel like that kind of keeps those loose hairs sort of with the rest, but without getting it all in the bulk so that you still have some soft volume. Like you see this thing still moves around really nice, but it's just for the little details. But yeah, I like the number 9 for that. And the number 9 oil being paired with the unscented is obviously going to be great. And if you're using it at nighttime with the addition of the lavender inside the number 9, that's great for nighttime oils, right? If you get mix a little bit of oil with this butter at nighttime, you're going to have a nice lavender scent. It's great from an aromatherapy perspective for relaxation, stress, anxiety, etc. But yeah, man, no, I think whoever's going to be mixing these is going to love it. I'm really looking forward to feedback on this butter. You guys are going to absolutely love it. All right. Well, Jill, let me know if I'm back here. I don't know if
All
Dan
right.
is.
I think you're back.
Hey, there he is. And we're
We
back.
we full lost power.
Did you lose power?
The first time in the history of me streaming in 4.5 years.
That's my luck. Just so you know.
Yeah.
I have Irish luck, and in case anybody out there doesn't know or also have Irish luck isn't good luck. It's actually bad luck.
No,
So
that
if
was
something's gonna go wrong, it's either because one, my mom is watching and she broke it because she is the ultimate breaker of technology, or it was just my luck. One of the two.
that was crazy. Yeah, we lost it and then the internet was out, but I think I just had to reboot. So sorry about that, guys. We're back.
We're
It
back.
seems like we have a small hurricane outside our house up in Michigan right now.
Look at
So-
that. Someone said it was your karma for bashing Texas.
Probably true. Probably true. So, man, sorry about that,
Well,
guys.
thanks for sticking it out, guys.
Yeah, and most everybody's here.
You
Couple
guys
quick,
are awesome.
yeah, you guys are awesome. Couple quick order of events that I want to tackle. I want Nick to show you guys the consistency of this butter. I want to do the
you were gonna
last
make me do
giveaway.
that.
And then tell you about next week's live stream that I think is going to be really unique and really special. And hopefully we can build on having you guys here. But yeah, let me go ahead and highlight you here, Nick, so you can show what this butter looks like.
So first of all, Dan and I had a debate before this live stream started when I showed him the consistency in this tub. He's
Oh.
like, "Oh no." He's
Yep.
like, "You're a circle guy." He's like, "You're not a swipe through guy." And I was like, "Oh no. I'm an around the circle guy."
It makes me uncomfortable.
You know, it's okay. It's always good to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Dan.
true.
That's how we grow. So let me see here. I'm going to do it on my other hand so I can actually hold it up to the camera without smacking my mic here. But if I can get this guy right like that, where I can smooth it out and you can really see this.
There we go. Full body, no wax, melts down super
And you
easily.
can see the body. I mean, I can put it up here. I can put it in a little glob. And so when this goes into your hand, I'll do this right here in front of everybody. We're not going to get any, like, without even rubbing, right? I'm going to put it on once, just one quick swipe already. And then you get this down, you warm it up and really get it in there.
And your mom says, "Thanks, son. I earned that reputation."
That you did. And for the years of tech support, my payment is being able to make fun of you for it.
Yeah. All right, where's Chris Perez? So Chris Perez is a new subscriber. He is one of the funniest humans I've ever encountered, and he has like a pun or a dad joke for every line, and I feel like he has a pun for something to do with melting it down. So Chris, if you're out there, don't disappoint me. I know he's got something. So yeah, that's exactly. Evan says that's when you know it's good.
Oh, hell yeah. Like Chernobyl. It just goes, just melts right down.
And as we are developing this, Nick and Jill are so fantastic at having a vision in mind, but then also asking me what I have in mind, like separately. So neither side are really influencing. And my number one priority was to have a butter that was not tacky or sticky. My biggest pet peeve of applying a butter is two biggest pet peeves is one, when you get those really big grit chunks that you have to like chase around in the middle of your fingers and then like target them and press so you can like melt it down. Didn't want that. And then number two, I wanted one that wasn't going to pull my beard hairs out when I was applying them. And this was
Yeah,
like
no
something
sticky gumminess.
exactly. And it is absolutely nailed. And it's a balancing act because you can't go too light because then it melts in any kind of transit. So you had to find some middle ground there and find that land where it's nourishing, it's light, but it also can get shipped without having too many worries there. I think the people are enjoying this beard buttering. Probably a little too much there. That was very nice.
No, yeah, it's very relaxing. I mean, I feel good.
Yep, Nick's beard product application ASMR channel is going to be coming very soon, so stay tuned for that.
Some nice low speech.
Yes,
Slow
yes.
applications.
So before we do this last giveaway and get everybody out of here, get back to work, you hooligans. But before we do this last giveaway, make sure you guys enter. Also, Nick, next week, Monday, and today's is a special day on Tuesday. We'll let you know if stuff changes, if something happens. Maybe Tuesday's better. Who knows? We'll get all this figured out.
You tell us.
Yeah, guys, tell us in the chat, is Tuesday better Is Monday better, or it doesn't matter? It's the same. It's the same for you. It will likely be the same time at 1 p.m. Eastern. But let us know if Monday or Tuesday is better. But Nick, next week when we have our show, unless we make a change here, but Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be taking a tour, going through and showing the different aspects of this beautiful facility that you have. And what are some of the things that you are going to, what are some of the things you're going to be able to show them?
Oh man, we're going to go on a field trip. So we already got this kind of pre-screen worked out. Dan and I are going to test it later this week. But what we're going to do, start off here. And I'm going to have a gimbal with a remote, just like, with my phone. And I'm going to have that joined up to the stream. And we're going to switch over to that camera. And I'm going to do a full tour of our facility here. And we're going to see the production area for Dr. Nick's. We're going to see the common area, conference room areas in the office building here. We're going to go over and we're going to take a little detour down cybersecurity lane and show our development lab where we got a big bunch of servers on racks and cables and stuff everywhere. And then we're going to wrap it up with something really cool down in our wood shop. And so you guys have probably seen our giveaways before where we do like a little wooden box with some products in it, or maybe like a stand for your counter in your bathroom. All of that stuff is made right downstairs in our wood shop. We don't even outsource our giveaway stuff. We make our own stuff downstairs, and Bigfoot Slabs produces all of it. So we're going to go check out Bigfoot Slabs. And there may even be something down there on the bench that someone maybe gets to get shipped out to them after that stream if everyone thinks it's cool.
In a wood shop. Oh, yeah, okay.
Wood shop. What the hell would that?
Yeah.
So we're going to go down. Yeah, we're going to do a full facility tour, though. We're going to force Jill on camera. We're going to go find her. She's going to run away. I'm going to chase her down with the camera. It's going to be great. And we'll check out our bottling process, our little custom-made labeling machines, and just kind of do a quick tour of, we have it designed kind of linear, right? Where it goes from one side of the room is concept, design, formulation. That goes into production. That goes into shipping. So you get to kind of see the whole end-to-end process there in the Dr. Nick space downstairs.
Yeah, as transparent can get, literally pulling back the curtain and showing you guys how these products are made, where they're made, showing you the other businesses that they run, that they're passionate about, that they're very successful at. And it's man, I am pumped for this. I don't know anything quite like that. So that's going to be next week, you guys, and it's going to be awesome. And Nick, if we want to make it official, everybody has said both days work, with the exception of a few people that have said Tuesday. And I love this Car Bomb comment right here. He said, great time slot for us second shifters. Mondays always seem busy, so I say Tuesday. And we can talk about it afterwards unless you feel confident about making it. I checked. I'm good on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. If we want to make that shift, today's our biggest numbers by about double. So if that works for you, we can make the call right now.
Let's just do it. I mean, people have spoken, right? I mean, everyone that's on here are the people that we care about for these streams.
Agreed.
If Tuesday works better for you guys, we'll shift it to Tuesday.
Done. Guys, starting next week, well, I guess starting this week, but starting next week permanently, doctor's orders will be on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and they live forever. If you can't make it for any reason, it's up forever. We encourage you to go watch those. About half of you have probably never seen an episode before. If you could pick one, go back and see the first one, not only to see the natural growth, right? I think like our presence on camera, our banter back and forth has improved, but the information in episode 1 is so crucial to get to know this guy next to me right now. I would highly encourage you guys, turn that on podcast style. But next week, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, a full tour of this facility. And how this is like, as the kids, it's like a good thing. It's like opposite world now. This is stupid. How big is your guys' facility that you own there?
Too big. It's 8,600 square feet is what we have here. 8,600 square feet under roof. We have 3,500 square feet of slab space that is partially below grade with our loading dock doors and our shipping and receiving department. But we are on an acre of property, not only just 8,600 square feet in here, but we have an acre of woods and property out back, and 8,600 square feet here inside. And so, if you ever come in the winter on one of these live streams and I look a little teary-eyed, like maybe I've been crying a little bit, it's just because I paid an electric bill. It's no big deal. There's nothing that wrong. It's just, Eversource taking my money.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a big part of what you do is electricity. I can't imagine what that electric bill is.
So next week, you guys will see this thing. We have a 15,000 pound wood drying kiln downstairs from us right here. It is no joke, 7.2 kilograms. It's 15,000 pounds. It's ridiculous. And that thing, whenever you turn it on to dry a load of wood, I can dry 3,000 board feet of wood in there, basically 4 big ass trees all slabbed up. We can dry them. It takes $750 of electricity just to run that thing through one cycle.
Whoa!
So in the winter, when we start cranking up that wood dryer, I mean, you can have $1,500 in a month just from drying wood on electricity.
Golly, and that weighs more than 7 tons, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Over 7 tons, 7.5 tons.
Jeez,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You guys will see that next week,
and we'll be able to see it.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
We'll see that. I even got a wireless repeater I put downstairs just to make sure the video is good, so we can see all of it.
And your server room and your cybersecurity side has to just eat a crazy amount of electricity too.
Oh yeah, I got to close the door of my studio here so that you don't hear the hum of those server fans from all the way up here. I mean,
wow,
it's a full rack setup down there.
Well, I am officially excited for next week, you guys. We are going to show you everything. It's going to be, we'll start in the studio, then it'll be mobile, and we'll make sure we get that all going, guys, set up. Let's go ahead and rock it for our last giveaway. We'll kind of end this show out here. The link is in the chat. Nick, before we launch this giveaway, is there anything else that you want to say about the beard butter, the new scents, the company, anything else that you feel like the people would want to know while they're watching?
There is one thing, and this is something I wanted to put out to kind of crowd opinion here. And we'll probably put some notes in the orders that get shipped out for the butter. We'll probably ask some polls maybe on Instagram. Dan, if you think we, should do that.
For sure.
I'm interested to see what people's preferences are with keeping our butter just unscented, or if they'd like to see our signature series scents bleed into the butters.
Okay.
And I know Jill's going to smack me for this one, because notice that does not say signature series on the front of this label, which means that it's not going to adopt our full number series of scents. If anyone thinks that's important, or you would rather have a scent in the butter, I'm not saying it's going to happen right away, but I'd love to know what the desires out there are.
Man, and I love you asking, because I would have assumed strongly one way. The first 3 answers are unscented.
Yeah. And that's, what's crazy is, and just so you guys know, for us, obviously not doing it scented is a huge, for a launch perspective, it helped us get it out there. Now that it's out there, we can do it. But for some reason, the people I talked to about it wanted an unscented butter. And to answer this question, God, not much. Like, it has a very natural light scent to it. And I think the only smell I pick up on, I was going to say it was a little bit of the sunflower, but I guess it's not. I guess maybe you get a little bit of the mango butter and a little bit of sunflower. Just when you smell raw shea butter and it just has like that really kind of blank, sort of starchy kind of a smell to it. It's about like that. Yeah,
it's just a little bit of nature, just a little bit of nature to it.
Yeah, just not much.
And we do have a couple scented ones that they're throwing there, but the majority of people are saying unscented. And for myself, I've shared that tip for a long time to pair it with scented ones, add those oils. I'm an unscented guy for nighttime as well. I rarely wear a scented butter to bed.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to wear a scented butter to bed, I don't think, because then if you do it more than once and use different oils, then all of a sudden you got your pillowcase having a personality conflict there. Doesn't quite know what it wants to smell like when it grows up.
All right, guys. So we are going to give away the number 9 beard oil with the new 4-ounce beard butter. And all you got to do is click that link, put your name, put your email. If you did already, you are entered, you are all set. And man, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you guys for coming in and supporting today. We have crossed that 200. We're at 201 right now for subscribers. This is by far our biggest show that we've had. And we're going to be here regardless. If we have one of you to talk to, we're going to be here. If we have 0, we're going to be here. But I'd be lying if I said that it doesn't feel a little bit more special when we get people watching. And the reason why is you guys add comments that we can highlight. You ask questions that we can address. We didn't have any topics other than beard butter and giveaways today. And we were able to fill this time like that. It just went by. So this is pretty cool, man. It's fun to be a part of building this special brand, this lifestyle, this really, really, really unique thing that's going on.
Man, it feels awesome. I can tell you that much. The momentum feels great. And just, again, the audience feels great.
Yep. Looks great, too.
I'll tell you what. Good looking group we got.
Good looking group. All right.
What?
We have, this is crazy. If they're here, and this is just sheer luck, I don't know, karma, good vibes, or whatever it is, but potentially our second winner is another person from Florida. That's crazy.
Look at that.
If they're here, the win is theirs. Do we have in the chat Bradley Miller? Drop a comment, Bradley, and you will get this number 9 beard oil with the new beard butter. And I will be going down to Florida in November, and we'll be doing a little meetup down there. I know Bradley's going to be there and several other people. So there it is, Sequoia Bearded. So say congrats in the chat, you guys, to Bradley. That is
Dr.
the winner.
Nix takes no responsibility for shipping delays when shipping to Florida.
Right. Didn't even think about that. Goodness. Yeah, it might take a minute for you.
We're going to ensure that one.
Stay safe first, of course. Stay safe first there. So
man.
Awesome, man.
Congrats.
And
You're going to love it.
If anybody did not hit the thumbs up, hey guys, on your way out, if you don't mind, please hit that. We got 40 likes, which I think is by far a channel record. So thank you guys out there. And Tuesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern. And Nick has said this for a very long time, you guys. This goes with the company. They do not create things in a vacuum. They do not make things in a vacuum. They adjust to what you want and what you need. You guys said Tuesday's better? Done. We're going to make that happen. It's on. It's official. And so keep giving that feedback. Always we appreciate the mature professional approach, right? Even if you don't have to, just get it out. But we are going to adjust. Whatever you guys want, whatever you guys need, this company is for you guys. Truly for you guys. So that's just another beautiful example there. So Nick, go ahead and take them out.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? The name of our company is Dr. Nick's Amazing Man Stuff. And you guys right here today are the amazing stuff part of that title. You know, I hope that we keep this rolling, that this audience grows. But like I said in the beginning, I used to be nervous about doing these. And now with this group of people, this group of friends that we have here, what do you have to be nervous about, right? These things are fun. You guys are supportive. This is awesome. I can't wait to show you our facility next week. I can't wait for you guys to try this butter. And just from everyone here at Dr. Nick's, man, be amazing.
Absolutely. And Jill, she said she already sent the emails out. She's amazing. If you want to try a non-traditional way, Brad said you can just toss it into the hurricane. He's pretty sure it'll get to him and he'll be able to catch it.
Hey, I kind of like that.
So I think she has a strong arm, so I believe she'd probably be able to get it there within reaching distance.
Wizard of Oz style.
Awesome, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here in about 5 seconds, so thank you for watching.